Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am back with a new quilt top. I will be making only a portion of this quilt top for the sake of time, but I will explain to you. You'll be able to make it really any size you want. I will have a pattern available like this if you want to make this size, which is a 36 by 48-ish, not including any additional border that you would put around it. This is available to print for my $1 and up patrons and YouTube members, but you really don't need a pattern for this. You can just follow along. You need, if you want to make this size, you will need 12 9.5-inch squares and 74 2-inch squares. Now I cut this all from the same fabric. I thought, let's just do a one fabric quilt top, and it happens to be flannel, and it's just really nice. I didn't have any flannel to use for sashing, so I'm using just regular quilt cotton in a kind of a chocolate-ishy brown. And I think that will look really cool, and I think it'll be neat to have, you know, the smooth sashing of the regular quilt cotton and then the softness of the flannel. I'm going to be making just a 4-patch, just like this piece here, and if you were to make it, you would just continue by adding some more on each side. I plan on having some quilt kits for this. I would like to have some in this flannel, but I might make some in other fabrics, just regular quilt cotton. If you're doing this all on your own, you can make this scrappy. You know, just use all different prints throughout. Okay, I'm going to take you to the sewing machine. Oh, and the sashing that I'm using, it's 1.5-inch strips. And for this size, a yard will totally be enough. Let's go to the machine, and I'm going to show you how I sash these little blocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this part and this part, and then I will create this strip and join everything together. So I'm going to start by looking at these little squares. I want 4 of them. Now my squares can either be vertical or horizontal. I'm going with vertical. And I want the sashing to be under each one of those. I only need the sashing at this point on 1, 2, 3 of them. This guy doesn't need sashing under it. This one doesn't need sashing on top of it. So I'm just going to take 3 of these, and I want to put this part on my strip so that they will end up being vertical. So I'm just going to lay it this way. And I'm going to sew. Whoa! I'm so used to having my tag under there, holding thread for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 3 more for this part right here. And you could just go ahead and do as many as you need. I brought this strip to the ironing board with the sashing on the ironing board, and then I just pressed all of the little squares up. Now I'm going to trim them. Where is my rotary cutter? And you just follow the line of your square. Now we have this. Let's take one of these, and I only need 3 at this point. Let's do that one, I like, and that one. Oh, this one. And then I need just a plain one. Now it looks like it's too long, but that's because we haven't put them together yet. So I'm just going to attach these. Now I have these 2 pieces, and I'm just going to attach them. Doesn't matter which direction, I just want to make sure that there's no brown on either end. Right here. Okay, I am going to be adding a piece of sashing like this and another big block like this with sashing there also. I don't cut my sashing to size. I just take my strip and I'm going to lay this down on it and sew. Do a little finger pressing. I'm really liking this. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. You can lay the strip down and do this again, or you can do it this way. Okay, I'm gonna go press this. Now I can trim this. Where's my... heck? Why do I keep losing everything? Are you serious? Oh, it's under here. All right. I never know what I'm doing. And then this is going to go between these two squares, like that. Now I will make another big piece like this off camera. I am going to be doing this strip now, all these little squares with sashing in between them. And since I'm only making a small portion of this, I only need 9. That means 8 of them have to have the sashing on one side. I am going to make sure that I keep them all vertical. And the sashing will go this way this time. So this is the edge that needs to go on the sashing. Out of bobbin thread. Hate when that shit happens. And I don't have another one wound. Alright, hang on. We're back in business. Look, I'm not even getting up to do these. I'm just trimming even to the little square. Just don't, tug on it or anything. Just like that. This to me is way easier than pressing it and using the rotary cutter. Do whatever works for you. Okay, now I'm just going to finger press these open as I go and sew them into one long, hopefully straightish line. So I'm going to do 2 and then 2 more. It's very easy when you're sewing something like this into a long strip. It's really easy to have it be completely wonky and off, because it depends on, was this seam straight and now you're going to sew these straight. So, do the best you can, and you can always trim the strip. That's easy. Just do that. Even if it makes it a little smaller, that's okay. Just going to continue sewing these together. Let's see. I hear thunder. Thunder makes me happy. And then I'm going to add my last little piece to this end so that there's no sashing on either end. Okay, what do we have left to do? I have to cut a couple more strips of sashing. I'm going to be putting sashing here and slapping this all together. I've lost my light now. This is the best I can do. It is getting dark and I don't want to wait until tomorrow. I want this video up tonight. This came out really cute. I did put another strip of sashing all the way around. It can act like an inner border. This will eventually be on eBay, but it won't be tonight. I just don't feel like doing that tonight. But it will be on eBay, and somebody could win it and back it, add batting or whatever, and make a nice little blanket for your doggy or kitties or your child or whoever. It makes a nice little lap blanket. A lap quilt. What else do I want to tell you? Oh yes, the quilt kits. I'm not going to have those either. Certainly not tonight. I might not even do them. I don't know. I was being ambitious there a little while ago, thinking, oh, I could cut that whole bolt. I have a whole bolt of this fabric, but I just don't see me doing that now. I really don't. I'm just so busy with so many things. And I keep adding to my list of things that I want to do, and I just don't have time to do them all. But I did want to show you this. I really like it. It's cute with the big squares and the little squares. Now, I didn't perfectly match up this intersection, as you can see. It's a little bit down here. You know, just always do the best that you can do. That's all you can do. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!